I got play-by-play first half. You got second.
Yes, sir. Sounds good.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Campo Verde High School in the East Valley of Phoenix, Arizona. We are set for the first home game of the FC Arizona Premier season as they take on the Barcelona Residency Academy. I'm Mihirson Hassan, joined by Ernie Jimenez. Glad that you could join us here for some Sunday Night Football. Two teams that had commanding wins to start off this 2023 UPSL season. FC Arizona with a 7-1 win on the road against Phoenix Rising Youth, and you also had Barcelona with a 5-0 win against Coronado Athletic down in Sierra Vista. Both teams are out on the pitch. Again, a lot of key players to look at for both sides. Very offensive from both sides as well. Again, this is a doubleheader tonight. The first one was between FC Arizona's D1 side and Maricopa, that is SC Union Maricopa's 2 side, in which FC Arizona won 2-0. A chance to make it a sweep today as we get this one underway here with FC Arizona going from left to right with the checkered white and navy blue tops and then navy blue shorts and socks. And you got FC Barcelona in a similar kit to what FC Barcelona wears in Spain, that is, with the all mustard yellow. This one played down toward the middle. Once again, Barcelona now in the attack as they continue to go forward. This one won back by FC Arizona towards the middle left part. This one played back, and maybe a chance here for Marco Alfonso. He had 4 goals here. 4 goals, I should say, last week against Phoenix Rising Youth, but he is called offside. Goal kick now as we take a look at some of the lineups. A lot of key players on this team. A lot of good players in the roster. Gavin Baker, Connor Bradford for Barcelona, Ramon Camejo in goal, Tyler Diaz, along with Job Hernandez, and so many others. Trent Lindsay, Varun Matur, I believe it might be 2 more actually, Jack Shimkus and Zach Smuck. This one out on Barcelona's left side, now moving towards the center now as they try to play it towards the middle right part. Once again finding some space, and it looks like there might have been an offside flag up as we find ourselves here just about 75 seconds into this match.
You know, Mahir, by looking so far, we're only, like you said, 75 seconds into the match. Barcelona and FC Arizona, the Barcelona Residency Academy and FC Arizona, they're both looking very aggressive on the attack, and I feel that this is going to be a great game, a very aggressive game. The atmosphere for this game is going to be amazing, so I'm excited.
As we all should. I mean, these two teams have always been evenly matched as this one is played back towards FC Arizona's goalkeeper for today. He will pip this all the way out towards the 30-yard line, picked off by Barcelona again. And you think about FC Barcelona, especially how they like to play in La Liga. Spain in general, when it comes to playing football, it's all about keeping possession. It's all about building attack from that possession, as that one is picked off by FC Arizona once again on that left-hand side as it goes back towards the visitors and Barca. Towards the back line it goes there. Chance is theirs. It's once again on the right, and once again played back towards base for Ramon Canejo. Canejo plays it out towards his right center back as Barcelona is able to keep some pace of play in this one. This one pipped all the way back towards FC Arizona's goal. So goal kick now. This one's simply put just laid across here. Sent all the way forward, just bouncing all the way back, and so it'll go all the way out at around what is about the 3-yard line, but on the touch line, that is. So deep throw in the defensive third, right side of the pitch for FC Barcelona. And a lot of interesting players for this FC Arizona side. Again, I talked about Marco Alfonso. Marlon Atondo, another key player who had an interesting season over the summer when FC Arizona was in NPSL. As here comes Alfonso dancing around the left-hand side, can't play it out as it's back with Barcelona for a throw-in. Will be a long run. So I talked about some of the key players for Barcelona. They actually did have a starting lineup for this one. Carlos Carrion wearing number 18 for FC Arizona. You also have some others ones, Jorge Chavez, Jordan Figueroa, Luis Gallegos, so many others. Victor Orduño also in the back. So many players to note here on this FC Arizona side. Free kick now for Barcelona, middle right part, far right part of the pitch rather. Back with the center backs we go. It's laid off again. Into some space, middle right, and once again back towards base with Camejo. You look at some of the center backs there. You got Devin Galuzzo back there. He's going to be playing your left center back spot, or pardon me, he's gotten it back now. He was playing left center back, but it looked like he almost had a forward type swipe. Nonetheless, Camejo will play it out towards the right wing now for Barcelona. Camejo again. Arizona brings pressure, but it's once again booted all the way out on the right flank and out for an FC Arizona throw-in. Ernie, so far, when you look at how this game's going, again, we're not even 5 minutes into this match. There's still a feel-out process per usual in many matches, but it does seem like both teams want to try to get that attacking prowess going forward.
Yeah, sure does. Right now FC Arizona has the ball. They're playing very smart. They're passing it around, trying to get the best look. But Barcelona, their Barca academy, their defense is putting a stop to their attack. And same goes for when Barca tries to push it up against FC Arizona. So it's gonna be a well-fought match. I feel that it's gonna be like a low-scoring game for sure, just because it's like they both seem well balanced. They both have good attacks, good defense, and I'm excited for this game. 5 minutes, 25 seconds, barely into the first half of this game.
So like you mentioned,
if only they had two balls, if only they had multiple balls. It looks like they just have one ball, so if the ball goes all the way to the end of the track, you're going to have to run all the way out there. So it'd be nice if they have multiple balls just to keep the game going. That way the players don't get cold and the game is like a smooth flow,
Yeah, and that's something we saw during the MPSL season where we did see some ball boys there. Again, decent attendance here tonight. We got the crowd right beneath us. We're on the rooftop here of the press box. Got a nice view of the pitch. You've got some fields behind us.
Beautiful sunset, yeah.
Exactly. As it heads towards twilight here in Gilbert. Once again, pressure comes. Camazo gets it out towards his left back, number 20. He plays it back towards Camazo, who's trapped in the left corner, but he's able to boot it forward. And that's one's head back there. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it might be Tarek Salama. Nonetheless, some touches come as here comes FC Arizona the other way, out towards the left-hand side again. So many of these guys played in the match against Phoenix Rising as this one goes back towards goal once again. Goalkeeper today in goal is Finer Vidarsen for FC Arizona. Again, the same guy that started against Phoenix Rising Youth last week. Again, we did not have the call for it here on Inferno TV, but I was there at the match. As here comes Barcelona the other way. Number 30 right at midfield on the right-hand side. Once again, pipped out towards the right. And some good tiki-taka from Barcelona, as you would expect. As 30 plays towards 71.
Beautiful pass. Looks like he's onside. Oh, no, they called offside.
Offside, yes. Talked about FC Arizona's scoring. We talked about that match against Phoenix Rising. Afonso, of course, with a ham bone. Carrion with a goal. Atondo with the goal. And Jordan Figueroa with the goal as well. And then for Barcelona against Coronado Athletic, Luke Zielinski leading the way with 2 goals. Zach Smuck with a goal. Aiden Marcus with a goal. Diego Sanchez Beltran with the goal as well. As this one is pipped forward. Again, a little good find out towards the right-hand side, towards the edge of the box. It's once again played back at the 23-yard line, middle right part of the pitch for FC Arizona. Once again picked off by the visitors. Back towards the middle left part it goes. And once again out towards number 20 and back the other way. Still bouncing around. Still with a chance to go as it goes back towards goal here. Camejo simply just lay it off towards his center back. Just on the edge, the right edge of that box, the 18-yard box that is, as he'll once again motor forward. He's still with the ball, still going forward, now trying to play it through towards a striker. That takes a deflection out towards the 41, middle left part. 89 couldn't get to it. Credit number 18. Playing that right wing back spot did really well. Carlos Carrion is his name. Remember the name, folks. Again, one of those key guys as Carrion will track back and play it back towards Vidarsen in goal. He'll take a few touches as we have 8:37 left to go, or pardon me, 8:37 through this first half. 9th minute of play. FC Arizona and Barcelona Residency Academy tied up. Will be a throw-in on the left-hand side as Ref will stop play for now.
You know, for it being nighttime, it still feels awfully hot out here, up here above the press box. I was, I was working the sideline for the first game, and it was decently hot, and I was hoping like, okay, cool, I'm gonna get the radio call. I'm gonna get the radio call at evening. Hopefully it chills down, like cools down a bit, and no, it's still actually pretty hot up here.
Yeah, Chase Beardsley and Parker Bay were doing the radio call for the last game, FC Arizona's Division 1, and they were basically saying they were sweating the entire time, as it was. So a throw-in now on the right-hand side for Barcelona. He's once again trying to feed it down the line. That one picked off by Arizona. Once again back towards Vidarson, who will boot this forward. Rough first touch there, but once again back towards that middle right side before it's won back by FC Arizona, trying to get off the turn. And Afonso there is trying to orchestrate the attack, was taken, or pardon me, just shoved for a free kick, tried to put the free kick into play, and it was number 30 for Barcelona blocking that. Again, an interesting sequence, and Gavin Baker will be the culprit. Either way, the restart happens. No card, as it's back with FC Arizona. Long ball sent, and it's eventually caught there by the goalkeeper again. Remejo. So he'll stand around and once again roll it back towards his right center back. The ball still bouncing in the area, still going. Afonso with pressure, but he gets it out towards Verado. Galuzzo still in some space. That's one back there. Could win back as travel down the end line. Still going for the ball, and once again scooped up there by Camejo. And for FC Arizona, that was number 15, that being Cade Williams, with a good chance to try to maybe get that on there. 12th minute of play, still 0-0 between FC Arizona and FC Barcelona. Barcelona Residency Academy, that's the official name of that team. They're in Casa Grande, which is about maybe 45 minutes to an hour drive from here, a little on the outskirts of the Phoenix Valley. One of the many teams in the Arizona Conference of UPSL this year as Arizona drives forward. Once again, one back there. Got many other players, 89. As I should say, 89 for FC Barcelona. Once again, he's gotten involved. Might have been a little too involved there. Called for the foul. Micah O'Leary is his name. Listed as a forward, but playing left back today. Once again, Arizona has it. Middle right part, it's played through. It's a wonderful ball in the clear, and it's in the net. Goal for FC Arizona. They strike first in this key matchup. The lights will flicker there, smooth like butter. The pass in, and simply the finish was sumptuous there. Marlon Atondo, it seemed like, might have been the one on the end of it, and indeed he was. Second goal of the season, and it's FC Arizona up 1-0 on Barcelona Residency Academy.
That was a beautiful goal there. The one-on-one opportunity against the keeper for Barcelona Residency. Ramon Camejo. It was a beautiful one-on-one opportunity. I feel the Barcelona Academy kind of slipped up there. They most definitely let one go through there for FC Arizona, and FC Arizona should be grateful for that one, because you're not going to get as many easy chances for a goal like that later on in the season. So definitely a good opportunity, and good thing that FC Arizona capitalized off of that.
Marlon Atondo, who had a free kick from about 20 yards out. It was a beautifully bending kick, kind of similar to a former FC Barcelona player in Lionel Messi. He scored that kind of free kick against Phoenix Rising Youth last week, and he backs it up with a simple finish, but simple yet sumptuous indeed, as Camejo boots this one into the visiting stands. No people in the visiting stands for this one, as it will be an FC Arizona throw-in close towards the edge of the attacking third, as we once again have to wait for the ball. Like you said, Ernie, earlier today, there was only one ball, sometimes two, but there are no ball people helping out. There's nobody able to just pitch a ball. It looks like we're going to have Finer Vidar send a ball that was behind his goal towards that time right here.
Yeah, speaking of not having as many balls, or as many people to retrieve a ball, do you feel that could possibly mess up the way either team plays or ruin their momentum or, kind of get them cold. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it could actually have something to do with that, especially with the pace and the energy of this matchup. And again, you think about it too, the sun's gone down. It's much cooler here. In the first match, it was around 105 degrees. Now it's probably down to 95. By the end of this, it might be down to 90. So the temperature's going to go down as this match goes along. And with that, there's going to be many different changes involved for sure.
Most definitely, yes, for sure.
Back towards Camejo in goal. Once again, played short towards number 30. Dancing his way around. Alfonso pressuring, is able to get the ball back. No foul called. Alfonso continues there as he tried to leave it off towards Atondo. Alfonso, once again, he'll have to track back, and he'll play it back towards his left back. Left part of the pitch at 39. He'll flip the pitch over towards number 18, Carlos Carrion. Carrion dancing around the 45. Once again, checking in. Number 9 for FC Arizona. Again, a lot of key players. Number 9 getting a few touches. Luis Gallegos, that being him. Meanwhile, out in the center now, towards the right now. Cade Williams. Back heel, no good for Carrion, but deflected off a Barcelona player, so throw-in coming up for FC Arizona. And once again, going towards number 15, that being Cade Williams. Dance around, back towards Williams. On that side, Carrion. It was intercepted there by Barcelona, that being number 71. Last touch was by him, so it will be back with FC Arizona. Number 71. Again, we do apologize. We got rosters maybe about 15 minutes before this match, and we were starting to set up. So if in the event we do start calling numbers, we do apologize. It is because of that. Nonetheless, it's back out towards Galazzo. Back towards the middle. Again, a dangerous pass right towards the box. You've got Camejo there. FC Arizona has almost pinned Barcelona in their corner, the left corner that is. But here comes Arizona State, FC Arizona again. Bad mistake there, my apologies.
No worries, Mahir. It happens. It happens. You get used to saying something, and eventually, it's by habit. So it's all good.
Booted forward there by Camejo. A little too high there for his player number 89, Michael Leary. So throw in for FC Arizona on the right side of the pitch, around at the 35-yard line. So about 45 yards away from goal. Trickling around, able to be kept in play, or so Marco Alfonso thought. It did go out on that right touchline for the home side, so it will be another throw-in for Barcelona. A simple throw-in. Back towards Galazzo, and back with Camejo. Camejo with a few touches towards the right, and he'll settle down. Back towards the left with Galazzo. Those two have taken quite a few touches. Barcelona having to build out of the back. Speaking of which, Galazzo tries to get it towards the midfield, and that one's intercepted there by Carrion. Carlos Carrion leaves it off towards Angel Reyes. Reyes with a few touches back towards the opposing goal. He plays it back towards Vidarson, who boots us forward, looking towards Atondo, who's giving some pressure and giving some chase towards this ball. That one poked away there by number 52 of Barcelona, that being number 52, Trent Lindsay, the right back. And that will be out for an Arizona throw-in again in the attacking third. This one on the left side of the pitch. This one similarly taken back towards Reyes and then towards Carrion on the right. 18th minute of play, Arizona up 1-0 on Barcelona. This one still bouncing around. Back with Alfonso. Alfonso, edge of the box from the left-hand side. Now in the box, dancing around on that side. Crosses it in. A good chance, a header, and it's in! It is 2, and it is cooking for FC Arizona in the desert. A beautiful cross and a beautiful finish for the home side. As once again, the lights will flicker in the celebration. What a performance. What a day so far as we're now in the 19th minute. It seems like it was Marco Alfonso getting on the ball for his 5th goal in this season.
Yeah, beautiful execution there, dancing around, setting it up. Beautiful pass there and a beautiful header, just slips right through the Barca goalie, Camejo. It happens, but, a more experienced goalie could have definitely got a hand on that, and it just went right past him. But nonetheless, beautiful pass, beautiful header for sure.
You know, when I see games like this, I often think, especially in pregame, how much does warm-ups have to do a thing with it? Barcelona looked very sharp in their warm-ups, whether it be just conditioning drills, especially with the cones, or even tiki-taka and rondos, which they're very, very good at, especially knowing their program. And then you look at FC Arizona doing something simple. And I've seen it before on calls where sometimes a team that does the more intricate warm-ups is not the team that comes away with it. And we're seeing the same today. But credit to FC Arizona. They're keeping home field play. They look very good for a team that has never won the UPSL Arizona Conference, doing quite well to start off this year. Back with Cade Williams, and then once again with Carlos Carrion. Carrion pressured there by Micah. Carrion continues to go towards his goal. He's going the opposite way as he plays it back towards Vidarson. Vidarson will boot that away first time and back again towards the side. Atondo will give chase there. So here comes side again. Trent Williams. Or pardon me. Let me get the right number there. So you got Trent Lindsay. You got Cade Williams for FC Arizona. Trent Lindsay for FC Barcelona. That is Barcelona's Residency Academy. This is not La Masia. I originally thought this was La Masia. To response, I said this is going to be interesting, but it's Barcelona's Residency Academy here in Arizona, as offside will go up for number 14 for Barcelona. "20 minutes through this one. FC Arizona and Barcelona's Residency Academy. This one bouncing out. And a throw in for FC Arizona on the left side. That is on our vantage point, the far side of the pitch. Left side for Arizona. Long throw in there back towards Salama. Tarek Salama will take it off the turn, rolling towards his right, and he'll play it back towards Afonso. Afonso, double team, cuts inside. He'll play a left-footed ball, trying to thread it through towards Atondo. But that will roll all the way back, and it looks like Camejo will see this out on the end line for a goal kick. And you talk about the different goalkeepers. Again, Ramon Camejo presumably did start that match against Coronado Athletic and did hold a clean sheet. Barcelona won that game 5-0, so there have been some changes there, as we see a nutmeg there by Wiley. Galazzo plays it back, a bouncing ball towards his goalkeeper. Camejo dancing around at the center of his box, and he'll boot this forward back towards midfield. That one chested up and out towards the right now. Joe Hernandez now up there. On that side, now towards the left-hand side for Barcelona. Lindsay, and now off the turn, maybe a chance here. Middle left part of the pitch, trying to sneak forward. Reyes with a sumptuous header. Strong as it was to send it back, he went flying in the air just to send it all the way back towards midfield, where it eventually ends up for a Barcelona throw-in on the right side of the pitch. So we talked about this before as a broadcast crew, both with you and I, and then the video crew who's calling this game downstairs. The fact that, like, Barcelona is an interesting squad when you look at the lineage that is there, the name that comes with being with Barcelona. It is interesting to see how this first half has played out so far.
Yeah, you know, you'd hope, you know, having the name Barca and, you know, being a part of the Barca Residency Academy, you'd hope, you know, you would assume there'd be high expectations for the players, you know, lots of pressure on the players, and, you know, looking at their kits, their jerseys, you know, they have the exact same kits as the professionals wear, so you would most definitely feel some sort of pressure, and I wonder if at some times does the pressure get to the players of the Barca Residency Academy. You know, you're over here. The Barca, they look young compared to. They most definitely look way younger than FC Arizona. So, you know, and like you said, you know, they're located in Casa Grande, about like 45 to an hour from here. So you're coming into this game like you're driving out this far. You want to come out with a win because you don't want to go back home for a 45 to an hour minute car ride empty-handed, especially with that carrying that Barcelona name on your back, you know. So hopefully, you know, 23 minutes into the first half of the game, hopefully it's not a shutout and not a clean sheet by FC Arizona, but it's looking so far like FC Arizona is handling this game very well, playing very dominant, very aggressive, very good defense, and holding most of the possession throughout this game so far.
You know, we talked about it earlier, Ernie, with that Barcelona name, but FC Arizona, too, you know, this is a team especially known for their NPSL play over the summer, and in that NPSL season this past summer, they actually did very well and got to the regional semifinals, if I'm not mistaken, before losing to Crossfire Red, who was from the Seattle area. Again, a very interesting game unto itself where FC Arizona, the host in that matchup, actually scored first before Crossfire Red answered with a goal in the first and a goal in the second for a come from behind win, I should say, as Viderson will boot this forward, looking towards Afonso now on the right-hand side of the pitch. First time ball played towards Matthews. Matthews giving chase, but it's once again cleared away on that right-hand side for FC Arizona. Home cooking right now for the home side as a throw-in. Short one taken by Afonso. Afonso with the cut back towards the left, whipped into the box. Atondo with the run. He chested up, still on that left-hand side, close towards the end line, inside the box, as it's once again played out and will be circled out. Once again towards 13. The left back played in low, dribbling in low, and that one will be cut by Camejo, jumping to his feet to get it.
Yeah, it was a pop-up kick right there. You know, sometimes as a goalie, you have to be careful with those. You would have to time those perfectly, because if your timing is off and the opponent, the forward or the striker, you know, their timing is perfect, easily could be mistaken and let a goal go by. And if that does happen over here in this game, then it goes 3-0, 25 minutes left, and it's just not looking like it'd be a great game.
Salama picking it off. He's trying to play it through there towards Matthews, and Matthews starting to play like a center forward right now, or previously, I should say, on the right-hand side. And so many others that are there. Gene Takuri, as I mentioned, number 13. He's playing that left back spot today. Had some very good balls in the game against Phoenix Rising. Here comes Barcelona the other way. 89 giving chase. So is Vidarsen, as he'll be able to scoop it up, shuffling towards the right to do so. Hasn't been called to action that much, but here in the 26th minute, he answers the call. That one booted out there by Salama on the right-hand side. Throwing now for Barcelona again. For number 20 for the side. Bouncing around. Still there with number 20. Jack Shimkus. Shimkus playing this towards the middle. And with 71, who has to track back a little bit. And Atondo with a little poke. Once again, a little Maradona by 57. As it once again bounces around. All the way back towards 67, who's at the left side, but about 50 yards away from goal. Left part of the pitch, once again, with 67. 67, as I should say, or rather I said earlier, Devin Galazzo. So Galazzo being 67, he'll get the ball once again here. About 53 yards away from goal. Back with the middle left. Played back there, and now with Camejo. Camejo is actually the 35-yard line. He's well off his goal, and it's almost the case that he needs to be vocal to his players, right? I mean, that's something that happens when you look at different players, when you look at soccer teams in general. The goalkeeper's got to be the CEO of the team, as I like to say on many of my soccer broadcasts. Speaking of which, CEO will get the ball here at the center part of the pitch, between the 25 and 30-yard line of the football field. Once again with Trent Lindsay. Played out towards the midfield again. A little give and go. Jack Shimkus couldn't get out towards number 30, Gavin Baker. Once again, still possession going in favor of Barcelona, who started to settle into this match.
Definitely swinging the ball around here, keeping their composure with their possession. But right here, they overpass it, and it's kicked out by Vinderson. And you know, I want to bring something up before, like you were talking about in the warm-ups. You know, I also noticed that Barcelona, their warm-ups were they were intense, and they looked very sharp. They looked very connected, as if they had been playing since they came out of the womb. You know, the team chemistry that they had in warm-ups looked phenomenal. And, you know, putting that into the game right now, you know, at the moment, they don't really, you know, at the moment, they look fine. But before this, before in the 24th minute and before, they looked very flustered. They were losing the ball a lot. They were getting the ball stolen away from them. And, you know, they just didn't look like they had team chemistry at all. But here we have
Afonso. He's able to get past two. Now he's at the 20-yard line towards the edge of the box. He's got a convoy.
One-on-one.
He's in the clear, and it's in. Marco Afonso, second goal of the day, sixth goal in the season, and he's able to make the run from midfield. It started out on the right flank, and he's able to just sneak it past with the left boot past Camejo. How about this? In the 29th minute, as FC Arizona meets up in a huddle, they are up 3-0 on Barcelona Residency Academy.
That's already Alfonso's second goal of the match, like you said. And we're barely only in the 29th minute. Could we possibly see a hat-trick by Alfonso?
You know what could happen? He had a handball, and that too, he was just absolutely electric at points. This is how he was playing in the NPSL season, especially towards the end. He was getting towards maybe 5 or 6 goals, possibly more, just of the way he did it. And now he's back with the FC Arizona in the UPSL side, and he's showing it out here.
I just want to take time out of this broadcast to say, Alfonso's, he's rocking the number 7 on his back. He scored. He just scored his goal. He hit Cristiano Ronaldo's iconic "sí." And then after he hit it, he jumped up. He landed on the ground. He pointed to the number 7. He pointed to the number 7 on his back. And Barcelona being their main guy. Their former player Lionel Messi. Undoubtedly Barcelona's GOAT. And Cristiano Ronaldo. Being the rivals of Barcelona, for Real Madrid. It's funny how things work out sometimes, how things pan out with, just things like that, small things like that.
And I think Alfonso knew it going into this match. He said, here's the thing, if they're Barcelona, we have to be Real Madrid in this game, and that's basically how this one is going to pan out. A little tiki-taka for FC Arizona on the right-hand side, and looks like Matthews was taken down there, I believe by number 20, and that's going to be a free kick for the home side. Will just be played back by Alfonso towards his backline, Salama, and now towards Reyes. Couldn't get the best touch on the ball. Leaves it off towards the right-hand side. Once again, leaving it off towards number 71, who will go during that side, trying to play towards number 30. Barcelona now, edge of the box now. Clipped in, headed away there by backtracking Carrion. Will once again go out towards the right-hand side. A good nifty move. Once again, swung in. A little deflection, but now a chance, or so it seemed like it, for number 30 again, Gavin Baker, who was going forward. Baker couldn't get the best touch with Barcelona with. It's a good chance. FC Arizona left open on defense. Here's Baker again. Dances around. Baker shot near post, and it's in. FC Barcelona, Barca Residency Academy able to get one back. And Gavin Baker, who was able to stay with the play, didn't get the first chance, just danced around. He was able to cut inside, finished it near post, and Barca Residency Academy able to get to work as they erase the clean sheet here in the 32nd minute.
There's a beautiful goal there by Gavin Baker, And it's good to get your first goal off this early, barely in the 31st minute. It's got to feel good for Gavin Baker, and obviously it's got to feel good for the Barca Residency Academy, just because you already have your first goal, and there's still 60 minutes left into this match. This match is completely wide open now that Gavin Baker has scored.
I think more importantly, Ernie, just like you alluded to, is it's open, but look at the score. It's 3-1 in favor of FC Arizona. And again, a lot of people say this is the case in hockey, this is the case in soccer. Sometimes a 2-goal lead is the toughest, and the fact that we've had 4 goals now, and we're just a little bit past the 1/3 mark in this one, that gives you a good idea on how this game is going to go, in the sense that we know these teams have great offenses. And I mentioned this on the video broadcast earlier in a little preview when the Division 1 teams were out here. These teams look evenly matched in terms of philosophies. They love to attack, they love to possess, and they've got the players to do so. As it's out towards the right, Carrion will boot this forward. Alfonso will lay it off, trying to lay it off towards Matthews, but once again, Galazzo to pick it off. Double team there, but Camejo able to send it back towards the left-hand side. Drops out at around the 37-yard line of FC Arizona, and a throw-in for the host. Carrion lifts it off and back towards Reyes in some open space. He'll try to utilize it. He'll pass it out towards his left back, as I mentioned before, Gene to Curry. Reyes will now play back towards Vidarson. And Vidarson once again towards the right, going towards the fullbacks, FC Arizona. Back again, and back again towards Reyes in the middle. Reyes will be a check-in there by number 8, and then once again back towards base, who stands just a few yards out of his box. A little deflection there as it goes towards the right-hand side, again picked off by Barcelona. Barcelona trying to dodge one there. A little combination first off between seemed to be a number 65. It seemed like I couldn't tell from there. Maybe potentially number 60, Arthur Premian, if he was there. I don't know. for what it seems like, I don't think there were any changes in this match so far. That was a difference from the Division 1 match, and now obviously things can change. Phoenix Rising FC made a few changes at around halftime of the game last week, and then FC Arizona kind of went at around maybe the 60th, 65th minute. There was a water break in between, so that kind of caused a little split as it was. Meanwhile, back with Carrion. Carrion now defensive third, back with Reyes. Reyes with the boot. Might have gone with a toe poke there as he sent it out towards the right-hand side. Back with Afonso. Afonso trying to boot this one up and giving Keith Matthews chase. Matthews able to play past Camejo. Camejo off his line. Matthews trying to chip him. Camejo goes down. Meanwhile, there's a Barcelona player who headed it up, so the ball's not in. But what a chance, and I think more importantly, no foul on Camejo.
You know, as a keeper there, Camejo has to be very careful coming out of the box. You know, easily could have had a mistake. Easily could have slipped up right there, had a mistake, and boom, it would be 4-1 FC Arizona. But luckily for Barcelona, there wasn't a goal scored in that little mistake there by Camejo. But you know, that's how you lose games, by making mistakes just like that, you know. And that's how FC Arizona scored their first goal, because it got by the defensive line by Barcelona, their academy. It got by them, and they had a one-on-one opportunity for FC Arizona, and you just really have to be careful.
Camejo is now at the 36-yard line, essentially playing like a field player right now. Little 1-2 as here comes 20 for Barcelona down the side. Simkus rolling through, trying to play through towards his man, but Salama will see that out on the end line for another FC Arizona goal kick. 36th minute, about 10 minutes plus stoppage time left in this first half. FC Arizona up 3-1 on Barca Residency Academy. I'm Mahir Sinhasan, joined by Ernie Jimenez. Glad that you could join us here on the Sunday night. The radio call for Inferno TV. You've got Chase Beardsley and Adam Coonan doing the video call right underneath us. So here comes Angel Reyes in the middle part. A little slip there by Marlon Atondo, but nonetheless, the ref will reward a free kick for the home side as Atondo went down at around the 38-yard line. In terms of depth, it actually works pretty well to not only just be up here, but the fact you are playing this on a football field, that is an American football field, so you do see the yard markers. And it is also important to note that the end line is right on the back part of the end zone. So the length of this pitch is 120 yards, a little bit more than FIFA regulations, which has it at 100 meters, which is around 114 to 115 yards. So a little bit longer than usual. Depth seems to be pretty decent. Could be a little wider, but nonetheless a decent pitch here, especially for a high school football field. This one chested down, not the best chance there. And one back by Barcelona again. Back with Hernandez. Job tried to get it out. This one's picked up by Takuri. Takuri trying to argue he got the last touch in, or pardon me, it was Hernandez who got the last touch. And indeed he did. So thrown for FC Arizona on that left flank. Once again, it's picked up by Takuri. He'll take this around the 42-yard line, left side of the pitch. Pipped up there to the middle, chested down there. Get nifty moves by Arizona. Arizona continuing to try to go through that. Luis Gallegos was dancing around. He lost the ball. As now going back towards Barcelona, who gives it right back towards Afonso, who plays this forward. Maybe a chance here for Matthews. Matthews giving chase, and able to win that is Galazzo. An absolute foot race here on the Sunday night, and the Barcelona center back wins it. He'll clear this out. It will be a throw-in deep in the attacking third on the right-hand side for FC Arizona.
Yeah, great chase down there by Galazzo by not letting up another opportunity for FC Arizona right there. That's hustle plays, and me personally, I like to say defense wins championships, and that most definitely is the case in football or in soccer. You know, you have to have a
out there, the 42-yard line, middle right part of the pitch. Now rolling towards the far right. Now plays back with Carrion, and now with Salama. Salama, luckily, was Camejo with the ball right there, so we won't have a very long wait to get this play resumed. Now looks like the referee might be checking on a few players. I think he was talking with Reyes and crew just to make sure there was nothing else going, as Lindsay will boot this forward in retrospect. Now it's Simkus. Simkus trying to play through as it rolls all the way back towards a goal, and Vidarsin will take some touches on the middle left side, absolute left side of his box. We'll sling it over towards number 4, Salama. The box. Chance here, saved there, right there by Vidarsson, point blank. Either way, the flag has gone up, but Fina Vidarsson tested for truly the first time today, and boy, did he come up big there on number 14 for Barcelona. Either way, it was offside, so it didn't end up counting, but it will be a free kick. Pardo, it's given right back. Now what do they do here? Forwards out, so I expect it to be indirect as we're past the 45-minute mark, so we are officially in stoppage time here. And with that, it is the end of the first half here from Campo Verde High School. FC Arizona up 3-1 on Barca Residency for Marlon Atondo with the first goal, Marco Afonso with the next two, before Gavin Baker brought one back for Barca Residency Academy. We'll take a quick break, folks. You're watching FC Arizona Soccer on Inferno TV.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back, and thank you for tuning in to the second half of the FC Arizona versus the Barcelona Residency Academy. Here, I am Ernie Jimenez, pleased to be joined alongside Mahir Sinhasan. Currently, the score is 3-1 with FC Arizona on top, and so far,
Alfonso has 6 goals in the first 2 games. Not even just the first 2 games. The first 3 halves of play this year is absolutely incredible, trying to back up what was a great season in the NPSL as he's starting to put a conference in terms of UPSL. So far, so good.
Here we go. Barcelona Academy is kicked off. They have it at the back. Just passing it around. Currently, the ball is in the hands of Trent Lindsay. Passes it back to Samuel Solomon. FC Arizona has the ball on the attack. They're passing it up, and it's a shot, and it's short, just short of a goal there. Shot by number 21. No, I'm sorry, number 20. Alenga.
That's what you want to see.
Right here, Barcelona has the ball on the attack on the left side of the field, pushing it up, but it's stolen there by FC Arizona, and FC Arizona trying to make an attack out of that stolen again by Barcelona, by FC Arizona, but Barcelona gets it back out. The keeper out. They're making a good attack out of these passes. You know, it's a 3-on-5 currently. Passes up, but it looks like it's out of bounds by Barcelona. FC Arizona ball.
Yeah, and that was a good build-up there, especially with Jack Simkis for Barcelona. But the biggest thing there is that FC Arizona held their defense, right? You mentioned that's a 3-on-5. That's really hard, and that's why you have to send the ball out wide, and that's what causes possession to change because it's so out wide. In ways, FC Arizona has to make Barcelona think. You have to get more creative when that defense gets bigger. I mean, we've seen it with a lot of key clubs, right? That defense can truly be a good standstill. Starting off with the goalkeeper and then even going towards the back line.
Free kick here for Arizona. They launch it all the way out to number 7, out of bounds for FC Arizona. Solomon, he has it for Barcelona for the throw-in. He's looking around, looking for an options. Best pass. He throws. Solomon gets it back. They have it, pushing it up the midfield. Passes it to the left side of the field. Currently just trying to build an attack, possessing the ball out here in the backfield. It's going good so far for Barcelona as they're pushing it up the midfield, looking for to Gavin Baker. They pass it up alongside midfield, and it's out of bounds by Barcelona. FC Arizona throw-in.
Yeah, and Arizona will try to get some sort of work going on down the way, and that's where you really have to be kind of important down the side when you look at how these teams have played, when you look at how things have worked so far. It's really a case of the midfield, Ernie. And when you look at how Barcelona got that second goal, it was really just Gavin Baker kind of finishing off what was just a splurge of attacks from Barca, and it caused the goal to rattle in.
Yeah, and you can really see the difference there between the type of goal scoring that FC Arizona has had compared to the one goal that Barcelona has had. Like you're saying, like Gavin Baker I would say he was in the right spot at the right time. You know who's been the better team in this game so far. Right now, Barcelona has it in their backfield. They pass it back out to Vinderson. Vinderson passes it back out to number 52 to Trent Lindsay. Trent Lindsay pushing it up, passes it to Solomon in the backfield, back out to Vinderson. Alfonso making a good push there for Vinderson, but it's back out to Solomon in the box. They pass it back out, but FC Arizona intercepts the ball. FC Arizona in the attack, pushing it back out to Arizona's keeper, and Arizona has it, trying to make an attack. They're looking up the field. Back to Artando right there, but it's out of bounds by Barca.
It wasn't official there, as they usually go to the touchline and then they make it, but it seemed like they were just supplanted in after no first half.
Playing with his defender, great pass there for Alfonso, and it's saved by Vinderson. Not that hard of a save there for Vinderson.
Yeah, not that much, but I think the same thing goes with I got to give credit to Tarek Salama.
Is it here? We're looking for the attack because they intercepted the ball. They're looking for an attack, taking their time, moving it around. So one-man show right now, currently with Alfonso, and he shoots it, and it's tiring for the players.
Yeah. It also does set up for an interesting corner kick here on the right side of the pitch.
Corner's up, they cross it over. Alfonso there tried to head it in, but still kicking it out, trying to get it out of there, trying to get it out of the box. But it's back with FC Arizona. Beautiful cross there, but deflected there by number 67. Number 67, Devon Galuso. Vinderson currently has the ball, just taking his time in the box, looking around, looking for his options. So far, it's been a great match so far. The 52nd minute with 30 seconds. Solomon back out to Galuso. Galuso keeps it back out to Vinderson. Stolen by FC Arizona. Arizona has it, pushing it back, trying to take their time, playing more conservative. Back out to the keeper. And he kicks it all the way up for Arizona. Barca has it. They give it up to Vinderson, the keeper. Back out to Galuso. Taking his time, keeping the ball, looking for his options. He gives it, giving Barca some good field position to start with on the free kick. Trent Lindsay has it. He passes it out to Galuso. Galuso looking around, trying to get up to the midfield. He passes it. He gets it back out to Lindsay. Lindsay a little below midfield, trying to give it to options. Solomon, good save there, trying to keep it in bounds. Barcelona trying to make an attack. Bradford shoots it. Saved there by FC Arizona.
Yeah, I think Bradford was going for a cross. Might have been trying to catch Vidarson off his line, but it didn't seem like it was much.
Solomon back to Lindsay. Back to Camejo. On the left side of the field. Pushing it up. Intercepted by Arizona. A foul caught there on Solomon. Solomon gets the yellow card. Foul there by Solomon on Alfonso. Free kick sort of near the in between the 10-15 yard line there. As you may know, we're here on a football field. Alfonso has it. He's a little shaken up, taking his time. He has the free kick. What do you think, Mahir? What do you think of the game so far?
I think it was a decent foul, and I think more importantly, that's your first booking of the match. I'm looking at this free kick here. You got Alfonso's left leg. So this is going to be swung in indirect here. So I'm looking at the guys who are possibly going to be back post here. Again, you've got a plethora of options there.
Alfonso here getting ready, just taking his time, scanning out his options. Looks like he's taking his time, trying to think what he wants to do with his free kick. You know, the game has been a bit slow so far. You know, a bit of a slow start to the second half compared to the first half. You know, I feel like FC Arizona, since they're up 3-1, trying to take their time. Whistle's blown. Whenever Alfonso's ready, it's up. He crosses it over. Great header there. Great header attempt there by FC Arizona.
Yeah, and again, Alfonso, he had a right idea, and he put the ball on the money. It was just about trying to time your run a little bit, and that's something you work about in practice, right? You're trying to get those free kicks, you're trying to time your run perfectly, and trying to get your head on the ball. Some of it is just going back to the basics there. Just didn't seem to work.
No, not at all. Here we have Barcelona trying to make an attack, chilling in the back here, in the defensive line, chilling in the back. Crosses it up to number 14 here. Cross it up. Barca has it, trying to make an attack here. Stolen by FC Arizona. FC Arizona kicks it out. Back out to Otando, but it's missed, and it's out of bounds by FC Arizona. Solomon with the throw-in. Solomon to Lindsay. Lindsay's looking up. He's taking it by himself. Back out to Lindsay. Back out to Galuso. Galuso's taking his time, scanning his options. Passes it back out to Camejo. Camejo taking his time as well, trying to give it to back. He gives it back to Galuso. Galuso trying to make a push for it. He kicks it up, but it's stolen by Arizona. Arizona saved there by Gavin Baker off the chest. Arizona has it, Just taking their time in the backfield. Back out to Vinderson. Vinderson taking his time, looking up. He crosses it back up. Arizona has it. Number 16 for Arizona. That is Orduni. He has it by himself. He passes it to the right side of the field. Here in the backfield, Arizona still has the ball. Here in the backfield, making a push for it. And it's bad for the throw-in.
And again, it's just FC Arizona started to lose much of the possession, which is understandable knowing the circumstances where they're up by 2. But here in the 59th minute, you want to try to get something there. I think their defense has been holding well, or in the sense that they know that they have to play physical. They know that there needs to be an ideal of physicality in this game. That's what happens with some of the best teams, is they need to do that. This is why you hit the weight room from time to time.
Yeah, I'm here. Speaking of which, their defense for Arizona is they're playing great defense here. They're not doing so much here on the offensive side, but the defense of Arizona is keeping them in this game because Barcelona is controlling the possession, controlling the attacks, but the defense once again for Arizona is really what's keeping them in this game. As right here, Galloso has it a little below midfield. He passes it across. Barca still has it, just taking their time, looking, scanning their options, surveying their options. Back out to Solomon. Solomon has it. Back Crimean has it. Back out to Crimean. Back out to Galloso. Barcelona really just taking their time here. Back out to Solomon. They're really taking their time here, surveying their options, playing the more conservative game. They're controlling much of the possession here in the second half. As Arizona intercepts it, Vinderson kicks it out. Back out to Solomon. Oh, here has it. Gavin Baker has it a little above midfield. Back out to Lindsay. Back out to Gavin Baker. Back out to Galloso. Galloso has it, taking his sweet time. Control us. Galloso to Solomon. Back here to Trent Lindsay. Oh, I'm sorry, my mistake. Number 71 for Barca there. Tyler Diaz. Trent Lindsay has it. Passes it back out to Crimean. Barca really...
Yeah, and I think that's a smart move, Ernie, when you look at how FC Arizona can turn into a counterattack there. You got about 30 minutes left, so you want to be able to find the best option there. Make the easy pass. That's what soccer, in terms of possession, could be all about. That's what Barcelona's academy is all about, especially with La Masia.
Great save there by Arizona. They have numbers pushing it up. Gavin Baker pushing it up. Gavin Baker passes that back out to Solomon. Solomon back to number 44. Kakush. Barcelona getting it up midfield. Really taking their time here, surveying the options. 66 minutes remaining. 66 minutes into the match. Challenged by Barcelona. FC Arizona ball. FC Arizona on the throw-in. Mahir, this is really the change of pace for the game. Really has switched for both teams. In the first half, both teams were really trying to push and make an attack for each of themselves. Both teams are really just taking their time, just at playing it as it goes.
Yeah, and I think especially at this point, if you're FC Arizona, you want to try to get those nifty picks out there. And then for Barcelona, it's just about trying to reset yourself. You've got an interesting game next week against Phoenix Rising that lost 7-1 to FC Arizona last week. So there is a high chance you could get 3 points out of that match. And you want to try to get 3 points there as you play your first home game of the year. So you need to try to establish, I think, some...
FC Arizona here on the counterattack. What a beautiful pass right there. We have a Tondo on the shot, and it's short, and it hits the crossbar, but not the crossbar of the post, the field goal crossbar. It's pretty funny there.
That if you're a striker, especially like a Tondo, he saw the goal, he smelled blood in the water from 40 yards out, and he said, you know what, I'm just going to keep on rolling. He saw Camejo off and said, you know what, I'm going to try my luck. That's worth an attempt. I'm going to applaud him for that. Even though he didn't get in the back of the net, that's still a very good attempt.
Yeah, very beautiful attempt, to say the least. Where we have Barcelona looking up in the midfield attack. They're trying to make something happen, but they're struggling as the FC Arizona defense just keeps intercepting them. Taking his time, looking around. Camejo to Lindsay. Solomon has it. Solomon taking his time. He's pushing the ball above the midfield. Trent Lindsay has it. He tries to cross it, but it's stolen once again by Arizona here. Atondo has it. A called midfield here by Arizona. Up here, it really didn't look like it was called offsides. And it's called offsides by the ref, but it truly doesn't look like offsides from up here.
Yeah, it didn't look like it, Ernie, but again, you have to give credit to Marlon Atondo as well. It seemed like how this match was going, there was so much on Marco Alfonso, who was just hurtling through the midfield, hurtling on either side, sliding the pass. He's got a brace today. And all of a sudden, Marlon Atondo finding right space at the right time, and he's got a brace as well. So it truly shows how FC Arizona can attack you in different ways. Sometimes it's direct, right down your throat. Sometimes it's about finding the open man and crossing him in. I think sometimes when you have too much pressure on a winger, or how much pressure on a guy like Alfonso, who is going to be the guy controlling the ball and doing that, there is some momentum that a guy like Atondo can be open.
Yeah, here we have, it looks like, I believe, Gavin Baker off the field. And, the reason why I'm bringing up Gavin Baker is because he has Barcelona's only goal of the match so far. And, he is the reason why they are not getting shut out. That was a great goal by Gavin Baker once again. Comeo here has it, pushing the ball upfield. Barcelona here has it, looking around, surveying their options, really. Just taking their time. Barcelona still has it. It's back out. Barcelona really just taking their time surveying it here. Oh, and it's passed a little too much there by Trent Lindsay, and it's out of bounds. FC Arizona with the throw-in. 71-43 remaining. 71-43 into the match. What do you think, Mahir? You think this game is gonna die down and really FC Arizona is gonna take it out? Because I feel like FC Arizona is gonna come out with the win, because I feel like both teams, their intensity is dying down, their energy is dying down for the match.
I feel like they would, Ernie, and I think the other thing is that we just saw a few changes with Leonel Castro and Jorge Chavez coming in for FC Arizona. It's where the head coach is, of course, Alejandro Aguilar, the head coach. I don't think he is on the sideline today. He's also the head coach for ASU's men's club soccer team. They had a match today at GCU, so I don't believe he's here, but Jamie Landerman is the skipper working the sideline today. The gaffer has done pretty well. He's been giving some good commands on that side, and I think with those substitutions, it's just about mixing up the pot a little bit. Giving these guys some opportunities as well, because you think about it, this is a semi-pro side. You got the chance to say you played with the semi-pro side, and yes, it's not NPSL who tends to be popular, and sometimes, occasionally, they'll have the team that makes the big run at the U.S. Open Cup, but again, this is a chance to truly show yourself on a team, right? A lot of these guys, they started kicking a ball around and playing soccer when they were maybe 2, 3, 4 years old, and this is truly a chance for them to show off their talents at a high level.
Yeah, and especially with such a big roster that this FC Arizona team has, they have about 56 players on their roster, so it's got to be hard making a name for yourself, especially, you try to take advantage of every moment you get. Every single second, every single minute you're on the pitch, you want to make a name for yourself, no matter if you're scoring, if you're diving, no matter what it is you do, you want to always give it your best. Here we have Barcelona picking it up on the attack. We have Bradford 1-on-4. He tries to kick it, but it's intercepted by FC Arizona. FC Arizona keeping it cool, taking their time, looking around, surveying their options. Pushing it up above midfield. We have FC Arizona here, still has the ball, looking around. Stolen by Barcelona. Barcelona has it. Above midfield. Oh, I'm sorry, a little below midfield. Taking their time, looking for the options here. Taking their time, surveying their options. Solomon has it. Now that the game is 4-1, the game's not so open anymore. I feel like Barcelona's just taking their time, just relaxing. Obviously they're trying to score, looking for the best option, but they're not being as aggressive as they were before and as they did starting the match. And same goes for FC Arizona. Their defense is a bit laid back, and they're not. Both teams aren't really trying to look for scores. It's just really just taking it as it goes.
Exactly, and I think some of it has to do with the weather. You look at UPSL. This is a nationwide league when you look at the entirety of it. Like, yes, there's playoffs. And again, playoffs actually work really well because you get the entirety of the nation together. And maybe this is just a chance for both teams to just recollect.
FC Arizona here, they had a beautiful cross and a beautiful goal there. Absolute beautiful goal by Lionel Castro. Gorgeous pass, gorgeous cross. Comejo comes out of the box a little too much, which gives Castro the goal and the one-on-one, a little flick over over Comejo. It was a beautiful goal there by Castro.
Can we talk about the ball, though, from the left-hand side? Just a beautiful swinger in, and that's what causes the discourse with Comejo coming out and Castro rolling in, and that's what causes Castro to get that opportunity. I mean, that's one of the best balls we did see a lot of good balls and assists from last week against Phoenix Rising Youth. I think in terms of flank play, that's probably the best I've seen from this team. But you have to think about it. That might have been amazing. I mean, as soon as that went in, I was like, oh my word, what a ball.
Yeah,
What a ball.
Here we have Barcelona, a little below midfield. Barcelona has it. Galuzzo has it. He's taking it up himself. He's looking around. He passes it out. Solomon has it now. Solomon trying to make a push, but he passes it back out, back to the below midfield. Barcelona still has it. Solomon receives the ball. He's looking around. He passes it. Bradford tries to make a run for it, but it's stolen by FC Arizona. FC Arizona has it, making a push for it. It's a 4-on-6 currently. Now it's a 1-on-4. Arizona has it. Beautiful cross there. Lionel trying to make a run for it, but it's intercepted, and Comejo has it now. Comejo back out to number 44. Number 44, Kakush. Kakush has it on his own. He's taking it up himself. He's looking to pass. He passes it back out. Now it's 5-1. The lead is absolutely blown open now. You wonder if Barcelona is really just, their hearts are shattered if they're just out of it by now. They're looking like they really don't want to be on the pitch anymore. They just want the game to be over.
I think with FC Arizona too, you have to look at the other side. The fact that first off, they walk into Tempe, they beat Phoenix Rising Youth 7-1, and now you beat another academy team in Barcelona. Like, this is what you dream of. And yes, I think there could be an argument. There are going to be some people after this that say, well, here's the thing. They were against academy sides. They were youth sides. That's going to change with FC Arizona as we go down the stretch of the season, especially when they head to Sierra Vista. But when you look at how this team's played, you can't help but think that, against academy sides, and there's a lot of questions to academy sides, you have a great start.
Yeah. Here we have Barcelona looking for the attack, and it's stolen by Arizona there. Trying to make a cross there. Number 4, Acevedo for Barcelona, trying to make something happen for Barcelona, but nothing happens. And there's foul caught there by Barcelona. Can't really tell whose number that is. Can't really tell who that is.
Couldn't tell the Barcelona number. I believe it was Angel Reyes shoved down for FC Arizona. Speaking of FC Arizona, I talked about their schedule down the stretch. Next week, they're on the road at SC Union Maricopa, the first team. The second team was here earlier today playing FC Arizona's D1 side. And as I mentioned, Barcelona facing off against Phoenix Rising. So some interesting games down the stretch. And like I said before, there are a lot of different departures going into, at least when you look at the teams that were there in fall of 2022 and the teams now. You don't have Olympias FC, no East Valley United, no SC Saguaro, no Sporting AZ. Sporting AZ, if I'm not mistaken, is only in Division 1 this year in terms of UPSL. So a lot of departures from the Premier League, if you will, in terms of UPSL and the Premier Conference that is here in Arizona. So there are a lot of different opportunities, and I think the biggest thing, in my opinion, would be, can FC Arizona win it? Because they have never won this conference in their history. And you would think, presumably, if you have a conference, you have a chance to go to regionals and nationals. And once again, put yourself on a regional and national stage, much like they did with the NPSL earlier this year.
Barcelona has it, trying to make an attack for themselves. Barcelona, it's stolen by FC Arizona. Barcelona really trying to make something happen, but just can't connect their passes to each one of another players that they have. They really can't connect their passes there, and that's really what's killing them, because they have all these opportunities, trying to make something happen, and they're having these beautiful passes, but if one pass can't connect, then it just throws everything off, and Arizona has it, and that's pretty much the name of the game here. We have Vinderson in the box, taking his time, looking to who to pass. 80th minute here in the second half of the match. FC Arizona still has it. Deflected there off Barca. FC Arizona has really good counterattack. That's why I feel like they don't do so much on offense, because they know that their counterattack can really do the work for the offense. That's why their offense at the moment, it's so laid back, and their defense is like, they're upping the notch on their defense. Their defense is up tempo, because if they get a stop on defense, they can do something with that counterattack. Barcelona has it. Trent Lindsay tries to save it, which he does. We have Bradford here. Nope, it's stolen by Arizona. Arizona has it. Dino Redzik takes it out. Dino Redzik has it, and he passes it back out to Alfonso. And so foul there on Barcelona. Alfonso still on the ground, a bit shaken up, taking his time to get up. Yellow card given out there. By who did you see? Who?
I think I saw number 13, Zach Smuck.
Zach Smuck gets the yellow card there, handed out by the official. Alfonso here on the free kick, taking his time.
Alfonso today, he's been playing lights out. You cannot say it any other way. And if I'm not mistaken, he was the guy that had the assist to the goal for, pardon me, it was not the goal there. It was towards Atondo, I think, on the second one. Again, just great flicks overall. It's the way this team is passing, especially in one-touch football, has just been electric today. Especially in a team like that, when you're playing the select teams, you want to be able to do one-touch. You want to do it with both feet. You want to do it in different positions, different variants, wherever the ball is. You have to find ways to do that.
Here we have Jorge Chavez trying to make an attack, but it's kicked out by Barcelona. Jorge Chavez has a throw-in. I feel like Alfonso has definitely been the leader of both of these matches. That first game against Phoenix Rising, he had 4 goals, and now here he has 2 goals, and those 2 goals were very needed here against Barcelona. Barcelona has it, trying to stop Arizona from getting another chance to score. Just playing keep away at the moment. Barcelona has it, almost lost it there, almost intercepted there by FC Arizona. Solomon currently has it, getting pressured there by FC Arizona. Nice cross there. Avesito one-on-one. And a beautiful save there by Vinderson. Absolutely beautiful save there. It was a one-on-one opportunity from Acevedo by Barcelona. And great save, great read there by Vinderson.
Absolutely great save. And that's the first time we've seen Vinderson in a one-on-one situation today. He's trying to preserve that. Yes, he didn't get the clean sheet, but he'd rather only have 1 goal allowed than 2. And he showed it there.
Since it's Vinderson's first one-on-one actual save. He's had another save previously before in this match, but it's his first one-on-one save of the match. You gotta wonder, he's got to be cold. He's fiending for touches, fiending for saves. So normally when a keeper doesn't really get as many opportunities to save a ball or touch the ball as much, he normally gets cold, and normally for a keeper that would go through because they haven't got as many touches. Barcelona has it on the attack here, taking their time. 84 minutes and 21 seconds. 6 minutes remaining left in this match. FC Arizona has it. Comejo saves it, kicks it out of bounds. Throw in there by FC Arizona.
And you have to give credit to how Comejo's played in this game. He's still hustling. He's still going forward. And yes, it could be some of the coaches. And that too, I think some of the fact is, when you look at the coaches, you look at their nationalities. And again, I might be looking too into this, but the fact that every nationality has its different flair. There's different philosophies with each, right? Alejandro Aguilar from Costa Rica, he's the head coach for FC Arizona. Everybody else, assistant-wise, are American. And when you look at FC Barcelona, the Barca Residency Academy, there's so many players on that team that either play in or rather, there's so many coaches that are either from Great Britain or from Spain. It's a mixture between Great Britain, Spain, and the United States. So it actually works pretty well in that regards.
Foul there committed by FC Arizona. Solomon on the ground. No, but I agree with what you're saying. These coaches, they have their different nationalities. They have a different cultural view towards the game. Every nation has their own aspect of the way they play the game, and it's good to have that type of diversity on a coaching staff, because it brings, like you said, a different flavor to each coach, and it rubs off on the players.
Yeah, and I think as well, you look at Spain, right? Possessor. United States, very direct, and England's kind of a mixture of which. It works very well.
There we had Barcelona trying to make a cross, but it was intercepted by FC Arizona. Comejo has it in the backfield, really taking their time, surveying their options here. 4 minutes plus some extra time remaining. Barcelona looking to make an attack. Marquez has the ball, taking it a one-on-one all the way up. He passes it back out. It's Trent Lindsay that has it now, back out to Solomon. Solomon still has the ball, looking around. He passes it to Tyler Diaz. Back out to Galuzzo. Galuzzo has it, trying to make something work, but it's intercepted there by Lionel Castro. Castro back out to Vinderson, and Vinderson kicks it way out of bounds and into the stands here.
How about Galuzzo going forward? Again, we've talked about him playing center back, and he's been playing that left center back primarily, getting some chances here on the attacking end of stuff and just trying to make something out of nothing. And again, when you look at practice, you look at a soccer practice especially, you have guys that say, yeah, sure, I'm a defender, but hey, I would love to play forward one day, and this is a good opportunity. Again, it's going to be a little bitter. It's a little bit of a kick in the mouth, knowing how the scoreline is, 5-1 in favor of FC Arizona, but still, there's always opportunity where a match presents itself.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining left into this match. Barcelona does not look hopeful at all. They're really just trying to kick it up, trying to make something happen, but Arizona just keeps shutting them down. As we have an attack here, it's kicked all the way to the other side of the field. Arizona still has it, trying to make something happen with 2 minutes remaining left. Beautiful cross there to Lionel Castro. And it's another goal there. Another goal by Lionel Castro. That's his second goal of the match. So far, everybody that has scored each has 2 goals in this match. Marco Alfonso has 2 goals. Marlon Atondo has another 2. And to top that off, Lionel Castro has 2 as well.
And again, it's very similar. He makes the right through ball at the right time, takes a touch. And that too, he was able to get that a little off the volleys. It's a good contact. Again, was very clean, and it's able to be redirected in. I really like what Castro's doing with the forward role, and especially when you look at that head coach inside, Ali Aguilar and Jamie Landerman, they want to find a guy who can really step up in the moment, can be that guy who can show up, especially off the bench, because there are going to be times possibly where Atondo and Afonso are going to be stymied. And then you need a guy like Lionel Castro who can come in and change the game on a swivel, especially with the way he plays. It's almost like a speediness to the number 9 role, which is absolutely electric. And again, I said it before, but very similar to another former FC Barcelona player, current Inter Miami player, Lionel Messi.
And it's funny that they both have the same name, the same first name, Lionel, both differently spelled, but they do have the same name. We have 40 seconds remaining left. You ought to wonder how does Barcelona feel. It's 6-1. Is you come in here an hour drive and you absolutely get crushed 6-1. And then also it's reminiscence of the first match that FC Arizona played against Phoenix Rising. Similar scores. The final score for that match was 7-1. Currently it's 6-1. 20 seconds remaining left in the match. Who knows? Who knows if we can get another goal off? I'm sorry. Who knows if FC Arizona can get another goal off?
Yeah, you never know. I think the one thing I have to credit this coaching side and these players, including the 11 on the pitch and anybody who's out there repping FC Arizona, is the way they played this game, because it's much different than Phoenix Rising, right? You had 5 goals there. They had 5 goals in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the first, and 3 in the second here.
And there it is, the final whistle for the match. FC Arizona wins the match 6-1 against the Barcelona Residency Academy. What a match by FC Arizona.
Yeah, absolutely, Ernie. And you think about it, that's now 13 goals in the first 2 games. That's averaging 6.5 goals per game, which is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy for like anything, even a baseball team.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty big. Hockey, definitely. This is on a soccer pitch, Ernie. This is soccer. Wait, maybe you're having on average 3 goals a game or so, maybe 4 if you're lucky. And this team goes out and scores 6. That's the type of confidence you need. Now, the biggest thing going into that game against SC Union next Sunday is you just need to keep it up. Don't get overconfident. Keep on doing what you're doing. Keep your head down and keep on working. If that's the case, this team has truly a chance to do damage later on in the season.
Most definitely here. They have a bright future ahead of them. They're looking to win something. They want to win some hardware, and if they keep it up, they can definitely be on pace to win some hardware. Who would you say would be the man of the match for tonight?
Oh boy, I mean, there's 3 obvious choices here, right? I'm going to go Marco Alfonso because he had 2 great goals. Both of them were in the sense of either playing really direct or finding that space in the center of the pitch. But I'm going to take Alfonso because of the way he was able to pass the ball. He was able to be a field general in the middle, get it out towards Uptondo, get it out towards some other players who could really just build into the attack, get some chances going forward. If there is a captain on this squad, I don't know who the captain is, my apologies, but if there is a captain on this team, just based off his play, it is Marco Alfonso. He's the man in the middle. He's a center attacking midfielder. I know my dad says this all the time, where your center attacking midfielder, aka your number 10, should be the best player on the pitch. And Alfonso, when you look at holistically how he played today, he was the best player on the pitch.
Yeah, but that'll do it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in to this radio call broadcasted by Inferno TV. Final score, FC Arizona 6, the Barcelona Residency Academy 1. I'm Ernie Jimenez. Pleased to be joined with Mahir Sinhasan. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and have a great night.